Gray black 130. I don't know. We'll see about that. Okay, so before we get into it, though, as you might be able to hear in the background, we have a development. Also, I'm showing the wrong window. Shows how much I know what I'm doing. Cool. So we want this to be up top. Why are you showing that though? It's supposed to be invisible. Ugh. Okay, so we're viewing. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, let me hop into this. Music, yes. So we'll have to adjust volumes and stuff like that. Okay, let's see. So I'll let you be my volume person, so that way I don't have my voice. And I believe, go back to OBS, we have that playing. Why is my audio mixer not showing it though? That's the weird part. Can you hear the music right now, or is it dead? Actually, I want to remove that. I'm going to add let's try this again. Okay. This down there. Okay, cool. So we should have music now, if I'm correct. And I'm actually going to turn mine up here. Okay, so let's give this a shot, and if I need to change volumes or whatever, let me know, and we can do that. This is all new, all late breaking. Nobody's ever done this. Open up studio there. We'll tentatively set this as arrival. We'll head back to Roma. What? We may end up going farther than this today. And 30, configure. black. Yeah, that's 140 miles. That's a short hop. What's after this? Q-U-I-L. Q-U-I-L? Yeah. Culipi. Culipi. We may even do a further jump than that, too. We'll see. We'll see. All TBD. For the people who are in here, today's first day with music, if you could let me know volume-wise how it sounds, if it feels like it's too much, not enough. I want something to kind of, you know, fill up that dead time that happens. The dead zone of flying in some situations. Now let's see, flight conditions, we're all... Are you not live? You're literally live. Of course, you get rid of our middle point, super annoying. Start. I'm gonna turn up my volume real quick so I can hear it. Yeah, I did a test takeoff at not a test takeoff. The thumbnail picture at Charlesville, and dude, the windsock was cooking. Like I did it in the picture there in the 125, and I was like full left pedal taking off because of how it had me oriented. Let's see, we can get rid of the popsicles. Okay, guys, welcome to episode 40, the big 40. Hallelujah. We're gonna get into it. Just begin flying or something, because apparently that's what we're here to do. Okay, let's see. Battery on. Anti-collision lights on. Fuel pump on. That's on. Good to go. Got control of my actual throttle today. Very neat. Charleville. Kilpie. Quilpie. Sorry. Maybe slightly tall. Okay, that feels better. Sound filter. We can turn the horn off for a second as we're slowly throttling up. We're in the RPM now. Sick. Okay, where are we at again? Roma. Roma traffic. This is helicopter 420 Foxtrot Whiskey Call sign Fuckwagon. We are sitting on the ramp, fueled up, ready to go on our way, departing to the west. Roma traffic. Okay, everybody, let's go. Why are you overspeeding? I literally haven't touched anything. You gonna figure this out? What? Fine, I'll take off. I'll put you under load. Look. That is definitely not a Cessna. Oh, no, that's the 400. Whoa, shitting me, bud. Okay. Yeah, you need to be there. Ah, yes, I love it when the Airbus spawns into Roma. Old Udi 8608, thank you. That's pointing to the south, so we're gonna... No need for fuel, yeah. No need, but it gives us a nice stopping point, so we're not just in the air. Which is like also kind of the point of the fuel stops as well. Like a lot of times they're not necessary, but it breaks up the monotony of, you know, just being in the helicopter for super, super long stints. Already got an 8-knot tailwind. Nice. Or units. 530 fuels, please. Yeah, what is it? When we get in the 130, it's like, okay, cool, steal some altitude. We'll get a tailwind going. Last time we were in this, we were doing 200 knots at 10,000 feet. Oh, also, I need to do a, this right here. East USA, 55 milliseconds. Did that ever finish loading? Yeah. Save. Get that open. Okay, cool. Back to it. Hello. I feel like I'm looking slightly to my... Am I straight? Yeah. Okay, cool. That fixes that. Music's not on? Let's see. You sure you can't hear it? It's just very, very faint in the background. So I'm assuming we want more? And don't mind me, I'm also listening to the stream on my phone to... There is music. Wait, what? I can't tell if it's you're hearing it through the mic or not. Let's see. If I turn web up, does that make it more? But then I can't hear a fucking thing. Let me turn. Hey, it's gonna be annoying for a second. Hold on. Because I don't want to hear it. So I gotta turn it up enough to where it's there, but it's listenable on the stream. Okay, cool. Let's try this and we'll see what it does. Okay, so here it is with helicopter noises in the background. So basically I just have it turned way down for me, but I've amplified the window that I have way down for me turned on. So hopefully it evens out to being tolerable for you guys. Maybe a tiny bit more. A tiny bit more coming right up. Okay, that's a tiny bit more. And also I don't want that to be like the main focus either, so okay, cool, that sounds decent. Anyways, don't know if you saw, but we have a if it persists, a volcano, another volcano to deal with once we hit Indonesia. So that's fun. And also, old Mr. Iran said, tonight will be a night that people will remember forever, and nothing's happened yet. And I'm pretty sure it's about to be morning over there, so whatever happened they didn't follow through with. Or they did and just didn't work out or something. I don't know. We'll see. Looked like the dome caught most of it, which makes you go like, why didn't the dome catch all the other stuff? Because they didn't have it on. They have to build sympathy. And they go and block everything, it'll just be like, oh, no big deal, we don't need intervention. So I can almost guarantee you they purposefully left the dome open to allow the first couple of days of strikes in. So yeah, that's fun. But I'm still not breathing any uranium or depleted radioactive sources right now, so we're cool. We're cool. All good. No big deal. So refresh that over here. Pop that down. Yep, just another day. Another day of nothing ever happens, but something's also kind of happening. Oh. Yeah, I looked at the jump for today from Roma to Charlerville. Charlerville? There's no other R. Y'all are weird. Anyway, yeah, I looked at the run for that. I was like, that doesn't look that far. Like, it's within like half tank of fuel, so I figure we'll definitely throw a second leg onto it. I was actually done with my workout much earlier, but I was fighting with the Wi-Fi and everything. Where I was fighting with the Starlink as well as my my Prism unit. That's responsible for getting it from the computer to the headset. And it was like, I had to do a firmware update. Oh, excuse me. I had to do a firmware update on the Prism, which is the one that's on my computer, or the middleman between the computer and the headset. I had to do firmware on that. and then I was still getting like red lights and not connecting and stuff. So of course I have to fight the headset and everything else to make it do what it needs to do. And yeah, just huge pain. And once I got everything working, or at least connecting from computer to headset, Starlink didn't seem like it wanted to play correctly. Don't know. Either way, we're here now. Also, I don't know how well Starlink is working right now as it is. So if we go down, we go down. But we're here. The effort was made. And I can even share, copy the link. Paste. So that's there. Looks like a Shauna Bullet. Oh, McWills. Phone back in. Yeah, my laptop does not seem to be happy with the internet right now. Okay, whatever, I don't care. I've got my phone running just on data, so I'm not affecting stream speeds or anything. But yeah, stuff like this is what the music's here for. Yeah, today was weird. I felt good in the workout. Everything was moving pretty easily, but I just didn't feel... I didn't feel into it, you know? I don't know. It was weird. Definitely a stranger workout day, but... as long as you show back up, that's what it's all about. The hell was going on out here? Okay, it looks like they're definitely doing it. Oh no, I was gonna say it looks like they're doing it for geography topoed, but they're kind of just blanketing it up there. Strange. Oh yeah, there is a road, isn't there? I was looking at this earlier on the map, and we basically could just follow the road. Will take us all the way to midpoint fuel, which we won't need, but we're going to do a stop there anyways, just for fun. And all the way to final. Road seems pretty busy. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, we're supposed to be going up to like 3,000 or something. Don't know if that's the road that we're supposed to follow or not, but either way, I've got GPS for all that shit anyways. We don't need to follow roads. I can do another 45-minute leg to Windora. We'll see. I'm not against it, because I'm not against... I don't want to say boring episode, but I'd rather have like 1 or 2 boring episodes in a row than 4 boring episodes in a row, you know? Because this is, like I said, like American Midwest, just fucking dirt. Another 45 from Quilpy. Okay. Which, honestly, we may do it. It may be a triple spotter today. Which, that would put it where... No, busy day on Friday? Or you just got other shit planned? But also, Thursday is a big thing, so when I was talking about my business idea, that will be, give or take, the 1 month point from. And like I said, I made a handful of the product for myself, and it's just kind of been, because I want to test to make sure it actually stores for that amount of time. So Thursday I'll be able to test the 1 month batch, the 4-week batch. And if it's good, then I'll start looking into packaging things. I may try a couple of different of one of the ingredients to see if any of them just happens to taste slightly better or cook slightly better. And if it does, and I can get all the packaging and everything figured out the way I want to do it, then there we go, good to go. I could start production. And I've thought of another way to do it, to package it, that might be more consistent for servings, because I also need to let one sit out in the kind of like warmish temperatures to see how it settles in the jar. You're very close to knowing what it is. Very close. And believe it or not, I've actually talked about that particular product. Not my version, but that product typed in general in the stream. So it's out there somewhere. I'm telling you though, it's not that exciting. I'm not like the next Elon Musk or anything with this. It's just like a little fucking simple, buy it off like a little food company's Instagram or something like that. Beef is involved, yeah. But I think you're looking at beef the wrong way for this. If I send you a photo, you'll know exactly what it is. That's the thing. Like I said, it's literally this beef type thing and something else mixed together. It's I'll say there's a little town that we're coming up to here. Let's say we're sure as shit not at Charlemagne or whatever that quickly. Charlerme, that's an ER, that's right. That's a decent little town here with a river and everything. Is that a full-time wet river? Or is it seasonal? Ooh, let's blow their runway. On the stove in a pan. It's cooked on the stove in a pan. I mean, I guess technically you could use like an air fryer for it. What even is B&E? And we continue to follow the road. Steak chips. No. Would be cool. There's a lot of people doing that though. This is something that I've yet to see somebody do. People have done it themselves. Buying the product and going through the steps themselves, but I haven't seen anybody market it. Probably because people go like, oh shit, that's too easy, we can just buy the ingredients themselves. But I'm just going to make it easy and serving sizable, and I don't want to say do all the hard work, but figure out the ratios for the beef product, the other product, and what the appropriate serving size is for it. And like, as much as I would like to sell it in mason jars, I think that the heat will make everything settle weird if it's stored. Well, I'm not sure like what how it sits in it for that long. Either way, the other ingredient is literally the giveaway. That's like me telling you, like, trying to talk about this new invention I have and be like, okay, there's an engine in it, and it's something crazy. And you're like, oh my god, what is it, a plane, a transporter? I'm like, it's got 4 wheels. You're like, oh, it's a car. Like, it's that sort of giveaway thing where if I say what it is, like, there's no, oh, it could be a car or a 4-wheeler or a side-by-side. It's like I say what the other ingredient is, and it's given away immediately. There's no, like, oh, well, that can be used for 35 different things. It is like, that is the absolute, oh, pickled beef? The fuck is that? I don't even like pickled pickles. Pickles are an unnecessary item, in my opinion. question about something. Let's see if I can do it while here. No. I want to say it's... What the hell is it? I don't know. I don't do any of the cooking. I'm mixing the 2 raw ingredients, and then the cooking's down to the other people, but yes, they are cooked together. Also, that R44, a decent price. Really decent price. I mean, you look at... What's a timed out 44 sell for? Like 140,000 US dollars? Something like that. So when you're looking at $100,000 of depreciation for 700 hours. You know, that's a pretty damn good deal. What the fuck's my calculator on this new phone? There it is. 100,000 divided by 700. It's $142 an hour depreciation, which is pretty solid. It's all beef. It's not a cut of beef. I see your Discord message too. I'm not going to tell you. Believe it or not, that's just my tactic to keep you watching longer than just the Australia portion. I want to keep you as a viewer, so if I keep the hype up on this super secret product, I'll say I'm going to reveal what the product is on one of the days that we're not on the Australian continent. It's a retention factor, you know. It's kind of like a part about making a sale and everything too for a lot of things. You can get people interested in it, you hype up what it is. I tell you, it tastes really fucking good. Did the 3-week test of it this past Thursday. What, 6 days ago, 5 days ago? Tasted really good. And on these particular ones, I kind of like varied the levels of beef and the other ingredient. No, it's not a cut of beef. That's the thing. It's a beef product, but it's not a cut of beef. Honestly, I don't know what the importing, exporting rules on it would be, because it's like a raw ingredient. I mean, like, we buy Australian steaks. Like, a lot of the fucking beef here in the U.S. is apparently Australian and Argentinian. But I'm not sure about sending this stuff out. I don't know what the what that situation is. But I have an idea to individually package the portions. But doing that, like, what's the easiest way to individually package it? You know, like, some sort of plastic product. And I'm trying to steer away from a plastic product, so if I can find like little paper / wax packets where it's like a wax lined paper that I can put a portion in, seal it, put a portion in, seal it, that would be good. It would cost more. Definitely cost more. But would it be worth it to keep the portions appropriate? That I don't know. I'm also telling you that you're going to be relatively depressed when you learn what it is. It's not that exciting of a thing. It's definitely a more of a health food type deal. Now, I'll just tell you, you're way off with all your guesses. Every single guess you've done from the episode when I first mentioned it to now, you're way off. I haven't seen one guess that even has part of the ingredients correct. Like you haven't even guessed one or the other. But what I'll say, it's like something that most people have eaten. Not this way though. It gives the particular thing a much more full flavor, especially just like lightly salted, which has to be done after the fact, obviously. Gives like a much fuller, deeper flavor, and then also the aftertaste. It's more satisfying. Like, I don't feel like crap after I eat it, like usually. Beef protein powder, that'd be cool. Dude, if you follow Carnivore Aurelius on Instagram or whatever, he sells beef collagen. That's good stuff. I enjoy adding that in my drinks every morning. I usually mix it with raw milk. But it's harder to mix with raw milk because I drink that cold, and it mixes much better with warm stuff. But, yeah, beef collagen, it's good stuff. But I haven't done it in like about a week now because I haven't gone back to the farm to go get more raw milk. I need to drink coffee. That's what I need to do, because I can mix it with coffee. But I don't want to like become a Folgers person just drinking like the cheapest, shittiest coffee. Like I want to go somewhere and try coffee the right way, kind of like a wine tasting. But I want to do like a coffee tasting with somebody who knows what the hell they're talking about. Which that Tom Scott guy I was mentioning the other day on YouTube, who did informational videos and stuff like that. He did an episode where he was hanging out with James something, I think, the coffee British dude. He was like a big coffee person, and they did like a coffee tasting thing where he's like, okay, cool, here's like 5 different grinds, like smell the differences between them. This one is more earthy, like explained all nights. Nope. And then once they figured out like what grind he liked the most, They went and did like cappuccino, espresso, standard brew, Americano, like all the variations of it. And he was able to, like, I don't want to say ease Tom into coffee, but I mean that's basically what it was. And like, I would love to do that. I've only tried an espresso twice. There's like a Colombian or Argentinian dude or something on I think it was Will Trent season 1, but he'd bring his own little coffee that he sourced from his people and grounds and stuff. No, you legitimately haven't guessed it. Like, you're airballing the shit out of it. Beef balls. Did you read my yearbook in high school? That was my nickname. Yeah, I'd love to try coffee like that. I enjoy my energy drinks. It's probably like more or less the only bad habit that I have. But getting on a coffee would be nice. That way I can get it more places and I can appreciate having my own. That'd be a fun video. That's kind of another reason why I left multi-shot Matt so open, because I kind of just want to do whatever the fuck I want to do. I'm not going to tell you. Like, literally, give it like a week or two. Because like I said, I'm doing a test tasting, what's today, Tuesday? Yeah, I'm doing a test tasting Wednesday, or Thursday. And if it's still good, which I still have like 2 more jars for 5 week and 6 week, but I figure a 1 month shelf life is pretty fucking substantial. So if I can mark it as a 1 month shelf life, and then really start focusing in on serving size, proportions, and stuff and whatever, it comes from the cow. I mean, I tell you, you're like, oh cool, he wasn't lying. No, it literally comes from the cow. Like, look at the cow. And it's not like a leather product. It was looking burnish out there. No, it's just darker areas with trees that haven't spawned in yet. Okay. Milk. Nope. I don't say close, but kind of close, but also you're still airballing the shit out of it. Cow cream. No, that's bull semen, and I would charge a lot more for that. I'd be doing rodeo shit. Fucking mustering with a little 22 out there chasing fucking cows around. Comes from all cow. I can just imagine you sitting there asking fucking ChatGPT or something like, what fucking product could this shit be? We're basically just in like fucking Nebraska with an accent right now. Oh yeah, Cal's fucking dead. Which, speaking of, I need to buy more of this particular part of Cal. And work on a processing protocol for that. Because I bought some already pre-processed. But I need to rework on the processing on that, because my first run I burnt some up. Which I think I can process that out. I don't know. I just want to start over on that. Cow fat bites. No, but that sounds good. I gotta be careful with that though. Not that it's bad for you or anything, but like you eat too much and you get fucking sick. So you have to like very proportionately do your fat stuff. I think it would come from any cow. So for the other people that are watching, I've invented this thing. When I say invented, I've taken something that some people have done. And I've realized that nobody sells this variation of a food. And the only thing Tom knows is that one of the 2 ingredients in my product is from a cow. And he doesn't know what part of the cow. He doesn't know what the other ingredient is. I refuse to say. And he's trying to guess. So if anybody's confused as to what we're talking about, that would be it. Also, off topic of Cal for a second, does the music still seem to be like the right move? Yeah, exactly. Which, then you're right, technically, because it's every part of the cow. Not every part. It's a lot of the cow. I'm using a lot of the cow in this product. Use it good? Cool. I don't just want to say we should be getting close. Okay, yeah, we are getting close to Charlerville. $30 miles away. Blood? No. More easily obtainable than that. I mean, which I'm sure that would be relatively easy, but it'd also be a very weird thing to ask. Like, hey, could I get 100 gallons of cow blood real quick? Of course, I don't know, maybe there is something that's I don't want to say a common usage, but also, how the fuck would you cook cow fat bites? As soon as you heat them up, they melt down. How would that work? Unless you froze them and then did like a deep fry on the outside? Would that be possible? Organ? No. Although beef liver's good. I do like beef liver chips. I'm basically just a fan of cow. Cow's like a miracle animal as far as food and sustainment goes. I'll say this before, if you don't guess before we leave the country, the continent here, I'll tell you what the beef ingredient is. You can't just tell me to, like, turn heading to, like, 340 and go straight to the coast. We're still doing out the flight plan. What do you mean, one piece? No, it's there's no piece. It is what it is. One bite can be the size of your thumb. It could be a whole handful, like palm of your hand size serving. Could be the size of a bowl. Could be the size of a table. Possibilities are endless. It's just a matter of how much you're willing to produce and what your stove can handle. Really, I think the stove can handle it. It's a matter of like how big of a pot slash pan or whatever you'd cook it in. How big of an air fryer you have that can handle it. Cooked poop. Nope, sorry, we already have too many people dealing that here. And this isn't India. Don't want to deal anything with them anyways. Depends on what state that you're getting it in. If you heat it up enough, I'm pretty sure you could turn it to liquid. But if you heat it up too much, it'll probably catch on fire. But when you get it, it's kind of a solid. When you eat it, it's definitely solid. But there's like liquid that's like soaked into it a little bit. But it comes from a solid. Does that make sense? Still far enough out where it's just a little twick. Tallow. Cool, there you go. There's your first ingredient. I'm not going to give you anything else though, but you got the first ingredient. I'm just imagining you fucking like somewhere in public watching this on the phone and just be like, yo, I fucking got it. Everybody fucking looking at you like you're crazy. You're like, guys, tallow. I should have known tallow. I just didn't say it. Yeah, tallow. Tallow's ingredient 1. No, tallow is really a good health food. It's good thing to cook in. I basically exclusively cook in tallow. A lot of the oils that you get are processed, so you should really only be using olive oil or avocado oil. Avocado, it's a higher flash point, or if you're cooking something that's hotter because it has a higher flash point. But tallow is very good. Tallow is a very good thing. It's basically like the purest form of animal fat that you can regularly process down. And your body needs fat. It's good for energy and stuff too. But yeah, I bought like 6 or 7 pounds of it, and I went to go cook it outside on our grill. We'll cook it down. And the burner couldn't get low enough. And I don't want to say that I burnt the tallow, but I feel like I basically burnt it. You know, you can't burn it, but I think I got it so hot that it burnt the beef pieces that were still inside of it from me processing down the raw chunks of fat from the butcher. And kind of ingrained the burnt flavor in my first batch of it. I haven't done it since then because I just bought some from the local place. So I need to refine my tallow cooking and processing. I may just do it in like a giant crock pot, because then I can do like 10 pounds a day, maybe 20 pounds a day. Depends on how big of a fucking crock pot I can get. If I can process that down decent enough and proficiently enough, then I'll do my own processing. So you only eat the product, or is it used to then cook something? The product, as you would purchase it from me, is prepared by me proportionately appropriate with the tallow. So if it's like 1 part tallow, 1 part the other ingredient, or something like that, or like, okay, cool, maybe I use a 1/4 cup of my other ingredient and then like 2 or 3 tablespoons of tallow. You know, I'm still working out the exact ratio that will give me the best result. Then you cook it together and then you eat it as it comes out, or as it's finished. Oh, and if you do guess, I will tell you. Like I told you, Tal, I've got no problem saying what it is. But like I said, it's just such a stupidly fucking simple thing where you're like, oh, cool, a tallow is a health product. People pay more for health products, and this is a pretty easy and cheap thing to get into. And it's just, I don't want to say it's easily stealable, but it's like, okay, cool, like anybody can do it. But I also think the market's big enough to where multiple people can do it. But, you know, I'd rather have my own thing. But one thing I will share, I am starting to experiment with beef tallow pretzels. Because most pretzels are cooked in like sunflower oil or whatever, which is just fucking horrible for you. And I would like to have pretzels that I can eat again, but I can't find any pretzels that are cooked appropriately. So beef tallow pretzels are on my radar. I just haven't put that much time into it. And also with something like that, it's a lot of effort to get it to a sellable state where you kind of have to have a flavor tallow. No, but it is something I've thought of doing infusions. But with the pretzels, like, cool, like, then I have to set up an assembly line where I'm mixing the flour and all this other stuff. And I don't want to say I'm like ethically sourcing shit, but if I'm going through the effort to make a beef tallow pretzel, I'm going to make sure that like the wheat and stuff that I'm getting is all like good farm shit, like non-GMO this, like fucking the clean stuff. Robert Harrison, what's going on? Glad to see you back. All is going well. Tom's having the best day of his fucking life right now because he finally guessed one of the ingredients of my secret product. Okay, Charlerville traffic. This is helicopter 420 Foxtrot Whiskey, call sign Fuckwagon. We are 5 miles to your east inbound for the ramp. Just going to do a stop and go. Or really a touch and go. I guess this is our first actual like, legitimate touch and go Charlerville traffic. This will be runway 28 or something like that. I don't know. Tallow butter. Nope, but I've thought about it. Which I like. I used to use raw butter. I like clean butter, if you want to call it that, all the time. I don't use it as much anymore since I've got some good time. We got Victor Hotel. COL4. What's a COL4? Yankee. Victor Hotel. Papa Victor Bravo. COL4. Timothy, what's a COL4? I'm not hopeful that you're going to get the second one. Like I said, it's a pretty simple thing. But I think I've been just shy enough with my description of it to keep you on your toes, I guess. Or to throw you off just enough. Not that I've even actively tried to throw you off. COL4. Oh, the Cessna 4. The Corvallis 400 or whatever. That's a Pitts S1? What the fuck's a Pitts S1 doing out here? You have stunt pilots just living out here in the fucking bush? As soon as I hear Pitts, I just imagine biplane fucking like a roll rate of like 300 degrees a second or more. Oh, that's like runway 3. I guess 2A, was I right? No, 3-0. There's a little touch and skid. Off we go. Yes, it is a plant. And I did say that back on the original declaration of my intent to make this product. It was a beef product and a plant product. Plant/plant product / something that comes from a plant. Why do we just look like a flying fucking dildo with our shadow down there? Nine people in here. Hello, 9 people. We just did a touch and go at Charlerville, Australia, which was going to be our destination. That's when it kind of was in the flight plan, but it's such a short flight that we're going to continue on to Quilpie and then possibly go further past that, depending on how we feel when we get there. With that said, if you're curious about what's going on in the chat, I've invented something. And Tom's been trying to guess it for like 30 episodes, so. I mean, the tallow is used like the oil because that's basically what it is. And so it helps cook the other thing that it's mixed with. And then, of course, since it's cooked in it, the flavor remnants makes it much better. Hey, we got like a 15 knot tailwind here at 1700. I'm digging it. So is the whole product used to, say, cook a steak? No. No, the product is self-sufficient. You open it, you cook it, you consume it. How far? Oh, it's even shorter distance from... Okay, cool. Cool. I dig that. Big fan. Is the second product grown on a farm? I would assume it's harvested with the combine. I honestly don't know. But then again, combines can like harvest fucking everything. It's just a matter of what attachments you put on the front. So I'm assuming you probably could harvest it with a combine. I think that would be the appropriate tool. It's like, they're like the fucking Swiss Army knife of farm equipment. I'm trying, like, literally, I'm just thinking back to farm, like, I was watching a dude play Farm Simulator for a bit, a couple of years ago. Kind of fell into his series of Farm Sim 2020 or whatever, Daggerwin, the guy on YouTube. Don't know how I came across it, but it was like 100-something episode series. And I ended up fucking binge watching the entire series of Farming Sim. I haven't fucking watched anything about it since. And I think I watched the trailer for the new one. But that was it. Could be corn. Are you doing a lot of thinking on this? Because you're taking a lot of time between your answers now. Earlier, you were just throwing out fucking beef bites, steak bites, tongue, da 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 da. Now you're fucking I think you're using ChatGPT to help you. Because you seem much more dialed in and focused now. It's corn and... What the fuck do you make with corn and tallow? Not using any you're actually using your brain. Well, you just imagine corn and tallow being fucking edible? I mean, they're both food, so I mean, yes, it's edible, but corn and tallow? Are you just thinking of vegetables to put inside tallow now? Like, ooh, it's peas and tallow. Ooh, bean tallow. Apple tallow. It's just a fucking apple in a jar of tallow. Potatoes. But with only 2 ingredients, then you just have normal potatoes cooking in normal tallow. Or are you talking like sliced potatoes, like making pre-made potato chips? Honestly, I should try making tallow chips. But I think, doesn't Masa do that? Do y'all get Masa chips down there? M-A-S-A? Or Masa tortillas or something? I think those are tallow chips. I see a lot of like the hot fitness chicks and stuff talking about Masa chips. Sweet potatoes. I mean, I'm from Georgia, but what would I make with sweet potatoes? Here, I'll give you a very good hint, okay? The end product of this is not something that like you're putting on your plate at dinner. You know, it's not like a TV dinner sort of thing. It's not like you're making your food and you're sitting down and like putting it next to your steak and potatoes, for lack of better, whatever, above the ground. Also, I think it'd be funny as shit if like one of the other people fucking watching right now figures it out and types it in and guesses it before you do. Yeah, snack, if you want to consider it a snack, yeah. Ground speed 137, 17, 18 knot tailwind. Hell yeah. I will take it. Nuts. Oh, and I'll put this caveat on here too. I'm not going to tell you if you get the ingredient. You've got to guess what the end product is. So let's say fried nut. It's not a nut, but let's say fried nuts is a thing. Or let's say there's like a a snack or whatever called fucking fried nuts. If you just say nuts, I'm like, okay, cool, what the fuck's a nut? Just like you said potatoes, if the thing was potato chips, I would not admit to it. So you can't just guess the ingredient, so you're gonna have to guess the end product. Nuts. Do y'all have a popcorn? Bingo, there you go. Took you long enough. Do y'all have a... what's a deep... no, boiled peanuts. Hot boiled peanuts. Are those a thing down there? You know, like I said, it's stupid fucking simple. That's why I'm trying to, like, not make it a thing. But it's also like, it'd be so hard to fucking go through the process of a million people trying the different thing. Yeah, there you go. I told you it's stupid fucking simple. Do all my hints and stuff make sense now? Like tallow, well, it's the whole fucking cow. And it's like kind of liquid, kind of solid when you get it, but when you cook it, it kind of whatever, and you could like burn it, but it kind of melts it, and then when you eat it, it's solid, but it soaks up the liquid, and yeah, popcorn. Bingo. Like I said, I don't even know if I can ship that shit to Australia, so if you want to start your Australian version, feel free to. But I'll tell you this, it's good. I've ordered some. I ordered like 15 different variations of the kernel itself from different, like, all organic farms. Tried them all with the different tallows. Well, not with different tallows, but just with tallow. From a local farm here. Figured out which kernel texture was the best. I thought tallow like 2 weeks ago. But I was like, what are you going to use tallow for? Yeah, so I tried a whole bunch of different kernels and stuff because they have a lot of different textures and holiness from the shell or whatever. So I tried a whole bunch of those, found a couple of ones that I like. I've stored them, tried them, revisited them, let other people try them, shit like that. And company name, don't know yet, because I can't just call it like Matt's Tallow Popcorn, because that limits me to tallow popcorn. If I eventually decide to do tallow pretzel sticks or other stuff, then I have to have a different company name for that. And also, I don't want to limit it to just tallow, even though I do like it. It could be... I'd like to have something that covers a variety of stuff, you know? Don't let the name of the company or the original product lock you into something else. Just like if I started a helicopter company called, Matt Snacks, not bad. Like if I were to start a helicopter, imagine that federal regulations didn't exist. To where, like, if you had a helicopter and you were a tour company, but let's say you were doing like in an A-Star. But then one day somebody calls like, hey, we need to put an air conditioning unit up top. It's only a 500-pound unit. Do you think you could come out with your helicopter? Per regulation, you can't. But let's just imagine the regulations didn't exist and you could do that. Your helicopter company name is Matt's Helicopter Tours. And then you probably won't get the call for the other work. But if you were like Matt's Helicopter Services, then you can get a lot more work. So I don't want to lock myself into a particular name. or anything that like super locks me in. Matte snack's not bad. Of course, like, yeah, if you do matte snack, but then you come up with another fucking product that could kind of be under the same roof, like a tallow, flavored tallow cooking butter and stuff like that, and then it might not fall under snacks, but you could, so try steering away from that. Dude, I'm telling you, it's fucking good. And the big reason I want to is because if you look at the like, cut open a normal bag of popcorn, like a flavored popcorn, because the tallow does leave a flavor on it. So, like, go buy, like, it's like $6 at the store. Go, like, buy a bag of ultimate butter and cut the bag open and look on the inside. And it's just all this nasty fucking, like, I don't even want to call it oil. It's like grease, almost, that it's in. Not going to offer it pre-cooked, but I think that I'll end up selling most of this at, like, little town square shows and stuff. Because I don't know if you have it down there in Australia, but, like, on the weekends and stuff here, a lot of town squares will have, like, little farmers markets that pop up and stuff. So you can pretty much have a full-time thing making a product during the week. Then on the weekend going to these shows and you pay like $400 for a stand and then sell your product. So I feel like I'll probably start getting business that way initially. But yeah, like it's like yellow grease that it cooks the popcorn. And in the microwave also, there's some studies, I don't know how confirmed it is or not. I need to try it myself, but what somebody did, they took like 3 plants. They had some just normal water. They had water that they boiled, and they had water that they microwaved. And 2 of the plants lived, 1 of the plants died, and that plant that died was the microwaved one. So I'm trying to steer away from microwave with it. Like, sure, somebody could probably buy one of those plastic, put your popcorn kernels in here and microwave it and you can cook it, yeah. But I'm doing this because I want people to cook it on the stove or in like an air fryer or an air popper or something. But when that said, it's like, yeah, use like a 1/4 cup. I don't know what that is in non-freedom units. I don't know if y'all use cups. I don't know how y'all would measure solids. Anyways, do what seems like an appropriate amount of popcorn kernel, and then like 2 tablespoons of tallow. Use a bit more than you would assume that you needed, because the kernels will soak it up, and that's what gives you the good flavor. Because you can do it with like very, very little, and it will give it enough whatever to pop. And that could be like a low flavored version. But if you want to get the better flavor on there, then use that. And I suggest using like a mushroom style popcorn. Not that it's a mushroom per se, but the kernel pops differently and it seems to soak up the flavor a bit better. Oh, you use cups, yeah. So 1/4 cup of basically do like 1/4 cup of popcorn kernels, and then half of that much of tallow. Right now it seems like a 2 to 1, 2 parts, 1 part type thing. But yeah, give it a try, and lightly salt it. You don't have to fucking throw any crazy flavors, just like a good light, like fine powdered salt. I've got a really good salt grinder that does that. So the product doesn't come mixed; it comes in separately in bags. No, I want to sell it mixed. Where if I say like a mason jar can hold 20 servings or whatever, I would like to have it pre-mixed so people can just scoop out what they want. But if I can do like little bags, like imagine like a packet of ketchup or something, or like a mayonnaise packet or mustard or whatever. If I can make little 1 servings of those so you can rip it open and like kind of use your 2 fingers and squeegee it out, then that would be good. Anyway, I wanted to have it pre-portioned enough, you know. But with a jar, I could be maybe $10 to $15 into the production of the jar and sell it for $30. So it's a 100% profit margin on it. Yeah, like I said, it's crazy fucking simple. That's why I was like, okay, cool. I'm not going to give y'all too many hints on it because it's so fucking stupidly simple. But it tastes really, really good. You know, I enjoy the flavor of it. And like I said, when you eat it versus the other Orville Redenbachers or fucking whatever, like I said, it feels like you feel more full after it because you're not faked with all these weird whatever oils that make you want to eat more and that they're empty calories. Are like, you're cool, you're getting legitimate beef fat cooked and put in. You feel full after. Like I can eat the entire bowl, but I usually don't like eating the entire bowl of it because I feel satisfied from having a normal serving size of this stuff. Yeah, I say give it a shot. Get some tallow, either render it down yourself, or you can probably go to a butcher shop and buy a jar there. And then find somebody who sells the kernels and get some kernels. Go for it. Give it a shot. See what you think. Put it in a pan, put a lid over it, start fucking putting it on the grill. Swish that shit around like you're old school. And if you make $20 profit per jar, or let's just say per whatever unit you sell it in, if your profit on a product is $20, all you have to do is sell 100 of them a week and you make $100,000 in profit. So if it is something like that, or whatever the fuck you invent, you can invent a little fucking whatever, you know. That's how a lot of money's made by a lot of people, just from little products that sell 100 fucking pieces a week and they happen to make $20 in profit on it. It may take $50 to produce something, but if you sell it for $80, you know, and you're doing pretty fucking well. Are you happy now? Will you be able to sleep tonight? Now that you've cracked the code? Oh no. Oh no. I figured you would guess it. It was just a matter of time and how much effort I put into disclosing it. I was never going to give you that much information 2 weeks ago. But now, since fucking Thursday's my final testing day, and even if it doesn't hold for 4 weeks, I can sell smaller portions. Where it's like, okay, cool, you got 2 weeks to do it. Like, this is movie night for, you know, the next 2 weeks. Or whatever, you know, make smaller portions that... Because, like, yeah, sure, maybe you could make a fucking 5-gallon bucket of this stuff. If it lasts... But if it only lasts a month, like, who's going to eat a 5-gallon bucket's worth of fucking popcorn? And, in that amount of time. So, like, you have to proportionately, you know, package it. Or appropriately package it. Or consumption speed and stuff like that. But yeah, 2 weeks ago, I wasn't going to fucking disclose anything. I wouldn't have admitted it. But since it's... I've been eating it almost every day now. Trying different kernels just to make sure I'm still liking my current choice. You can either steal the recipe or I'll franchise you out down there. But at the same time, too, like, you look at the fucking... I really need to do the pretzel stuff. I really, really need to do the pretzel stuff. Because I love pretzels. Potato chips, they're good. I like chips. I love pretzels. But nobody makes a healthy pretzel that I've been able to find. So if I could make a pretzel, and if it's something where it's like, cool, like they sell good at the farm shows and stuff, from me just hand making it and doing it that way, then that would almost be worth making the investment in getting machinery or going to like a ghost kitchen or something like that, where I can rent an industrial type kitchen and crank out fucking amounts of it to start selling at like local places without me being there, and then use the interest and stuff in it there to gauge investment and bigger processing equipment. Because when you look at stuff like, let's just say, do y'all have rolled gold pretzels? I think that's like the gold standard pretzels. Anyways, like, there's not a rolled gold factory in Georgia that supplies pretzels over the entire country. They have fucking places everywhere that supplies everywhere. So if pretzels work out, then that's something where it's like, okay, cool, I can outsource something to have them produced in Australia. Because we're not shipping those overseas, obviously. I don't think you ship shit like that over. Those are all produced just close to home-ish. But yeah, I suggest giving it a shot. You can buy fucking kernels for cheap. You can buy like a pound of kernels for like $2. Or at least up here you can. And I feel like if I start moving enough of this, I can probably talk to the people I'm getting it from, like, hey, I want to use your particular product in this, da-da-da. Oh, you missed everything? Whatever, it doesn't matter. Nothing important was said. You on the phone selling the idea? Brokering a deal? You can either guess or drop in chat real quick and scroll up. Time is 11:21. Not bad. think we are relatively close here. Direct 2. Only 37 miles away. Hell yeah. Yeah, you can like see it on the chat. It's still like right fucking there. Or close enough to right there. Yep, beef tallow popcorn. That's the big secret. Like I said, super fucking stupidly simple. It's not popcorn. Tom's gatekeeping his hard work to guess what it was. It's fried cow nut. Sorry I'm so wiggly here to anybody watching. I'm busy doing stuff on the outside as well. Yeah, let's lock in. Let's fucking get a heading, get an altitude. Like 1500. With a 263 heading. Ish, somewhere in there. Bring on the competition. Or I just hire you. Save you the effort. Yeah, we'll do contract basis. Once we start selling it at little farm shows and shit like that. I'll send you off with a tent, a table, and a whole bunch of jars of it and have you sell it off and you keep a percentage. Easy peasy. Like farmers markets and town square fucking shits like that. Okay, dude, see ya. What is that? Just a random hill. Aborigine shit. Fucking makes a hill that looks like a tortilla. 167 liters left, not bad. A little river convergence here, or runoff flood, flash flood area convergence. Tom's run off to go steal the secret recipe. Look out, everybody. $20 miles left. It's wild. There's just like nothing fucking out here. And you look one way and you see a road that just kind of exists. Like this is a road here that we're crossing over. Like right over a fucking floodplain area. Dirt road, unpaved. Probably need a fucking Land Cruiser or something 4-wheel drive to just do this. Probably a super fucking rough road too. There's water storage there. More fucking random roads. Of course, we are getting closer to a town up here, Quilpie. That's got to be it up ahead, though, that lighter area. Yeah, lighter area up here is the river. We're right on the other side of the river. Cool. Welcome back. We're 15 miles from Quilpie. Ground speed 141 knots, 20 knot tailwind. Hell yeah. How many miles is whatever that next place is from here? Hell yeah, booking in things. Like booking in people to buy your Australian-made fucking popcorn. Selling off my idea. 80, that's not bad. We might as well do that jump. It's only 11:30 here. That'll put us just after midnight. Hey, there's a tower down there. First tower I've seen in a while. What heading is it out of this airport? Is it due west or? Quilpie Airport. Traffic. This is helicopter 420 Foxtrot Whiskey call sign Fuckwagon. We are 10 miles to your east, inbound for the ramp, gonna splash and dash. Quilpie traffic. $10K each? Hell yeah. Australians love their fucking popcorn. And their beef. $110 nautical miles, 45 minutes, 301 heading. Copy that. What's airport code for Yankee Golf Whiskey Delta? Maybe the airport code will actually work this time, unlike the fucking one yesterday, where it just didn't exist. Quilpie traffic, the helicopter Fuckwagon. We are 5 miles to the east, inbound for the ramp. Quilpie traffic. Whiskey Delta Hotel. do have a 7 knot tailwind. We'll circle around, right traffic style, come into the ramp, maintain the headwind. Looks like a tower here in the town we gotta be wary of. Nine watching now, after we were down to like 2 or 3 earlier, a few minutes ago. You're good. Anyways, anybody that's just getting in here, we're getting to what would have been our final destination, but we're going to throw an extra destination leg onto it. You're not overspeeding. You were in the green there, bud. You're literally not overspeeding. I'm literally like full collective right there, trying to get you to not do this shit again. So you're going to ask for 7 million miles an hour worth of decel. So we're just going to do this circle thing. Just because you refuse to have any sort of normal FADEC function in your fucking programming, where as soon as you descend a little bit, or decide to slow down just a wee bit, your rotor speed just goes to the fucking moon. Every other helicopter, I can yank the collective all the way down, pull all the way back, and then I can kind of float the rotor speed. But your governor system just doesn't fucking work, does it? A little bit of wind from the left, that's fine. Here, you're on the ground. Blah, 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 blah. Fuel, 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 back up to full. Yankee Whiskey Delta Hotel. Windora, that's it. Hey, you don't want to show me what it is? There we go. Direct to said 110, it's 112. Okay. Quilpy, this is Helicopter Fuckwagon departing from your fuel station. Going to be heading to the northwest direct. Strong little bit of crosswind right there. Here, help us out a bit, why don't you? Onward we go. Content live. Okay, cool. Got that fixed or updated or whatever. And onward. Yeah, there's a stout fucking crosswind there. Got 20 knots for us right now. 15 to 20 knots worth of wind up the ass. You're back properly now. Hope everything is booked all right and all the investors are happy. I can actually pour more power into it since I'm not worried about range, since we're doing a short hop now with a full tank. So we can step our ponies up. Did y'all just like run out of shit to put out here in the middle of nowhere? Like fly for 30 minutes, there's like an airport with a town. And like one paved road in the county. People are adults and have a child before they see asphalt or concrete for the first time. Yeah, I got something that I planned my whole week around cancel, so now I've had to reschedule my whole rest of the week, and now I'm going to only just be able to get something done in time. This is all channel country. This all goes underwater. Yeah, I've realized there's a lot of... I don't want to say shit. A lot of runoffs and stuff like that. But channel country, haven't heard that. But most of the land are cattle stations. Okay. So it just rains somewhere, then it all just fucking comes down here and becomes a giant mess. Where like you see the videos of the 70 series and 80 series cruisers and stuff with snorkels, like fucking driving through windshield deep shit just to get to like the other side of their driveway. And 70 or 67 knots. We're doing pretty decent there. At least I'm paying attention to where I'm holding the cyclic. Look up channel country. Yeah. Looks like a lot. I looked up images. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, like seeing some of the river and runoff runs that we crossed over earlier, getting into wherever. Like seeing this right here, some of these fucking whatevers, like it all seems very water, not dependent, but like water has a lot to do with the geography here. Right now I've got my feet off the pedals, my hand off the collective. I'm just kind of more leaning forward, leaning on my legs now. I'm two-handing the cyclic to slowly try to lock it into as fast as I can get it. Ish. And the good cruising speed type. But it helped. I was on the correct heading, which is 311 right now. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 311. 312. Ugh, 311. And there's nothing to set my sights on. It's just country. Just channels as far as the eye can see. What's past channel country? What's the designation for all the flat area past channel country? Because I assume if it's channel country here, there's still a decent bit of rain that sneaks in. I would assume in monsoon season or something. No, I have to get up early tomorrow, so no shenanigans today, which it's already crazy that I'm doing this extra leg on here. Had the opportunity to get off before midnight, but I chose just to do this extra leg. But I gotta wake up earlier tomorrow, so that's why I kind of finished early yesterday, along with having to use the FBO pretty desperately. But Tomorrow, definitely have to do something early. What is that? A little airport or some shit? I'm sure it's used as an airport, it's just not showing up as one. It goes Channel Country, Desert, then up north. Oh, and out west. Okay. I guess we have out west, but that's kind of like a little bit of everything. Because I think some people, or most people, consider out west like western Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, where it gets more oil fields and desert sort of feeling. But for the most part, I think that would be mostly considered out west. We've got the plains. We've got an entire state that's sand dunes, basically, if you didn't know that. But they've been there for so long that they've grown grass. So it looks like a big field, but it's literally just sand dunes covering like 2/3 of the state. And then you hit like, I don't know, kind of like the middle west. Or the western side of the country, but not like the coastal ones. Those are all deserty shit, kind of like this. Still a good bit of channels and stuff like that, but that's usually more southy, like Arizona and stuff. But they're all very, very established, and it's like, okay, cool, if it rains up in the mountains, it all runs down through different flash flood channels that have just been carved out, and it's always those channels, which kind of looks like that here. And there's dudes on YouTube who do flash flood chasing, kind of like tornado chasing, but they chase flash floods. So they know when they see a storm over a certain mountain or a certain area, that they can pretty much, look at all that fucking runoff there. They know that they can pretty much just like go to like a certain road crossing or whatever and be ahead of a flash flood as it comes down through the valley. But I am very firmly in what's called the southeast, affectionately. And while northern Georgia is technically still southeast, that's more Appalachian Mountains, which is the mountain range that runs up the west, or the east coast. Florida's its own thing. Northern Florida's not even Florida. Northern Florida's more like South Georgia. Or South Georgia's more like northern Florida. Huh. That's 79 miles and we're doing 140 knots. Cool, I'll take it. .4 knots air, we're doing 166 ground speed. I'll definitely take that. And it's also kind of weird seeing this thing like, oh cool, there's a lot of water that happens out here. I just don't think that. Also kind of weird ground striations here. It looks like it's kind of ribbed or striped or something. What is this? quiet intro to a song, okay. Yee. Definitely haven't seen this geography yet on the trip. I'm sure we were doing the more southern America route, we would see some more stuff like this, but I feel like this is going to be the only spot that we see this particular geography. These fucking weird red spots. Hey, there's a road out here. Hell yeah. Again, there's gonna be a shit ton of bodies out here. Another fucking road. Or a fence line. I don't know, I feel like these little red areas would be taller. I feel like they're more like... It could be relatively shallow outcroppings of rocks or whatever too. Old magma or some shit. If there's a fire out here, y'all just let it burn. It's not worth going out here to try to fucking stop. It's also crazy seeing the spring retention tank set up. As long as it doesn't threaten anything. So I figure it's like, okay, cool, like have some lines or something, so I'm like, okay, cool, it starts going this direction or gets past this area where it shouldn't because there's no trees, and just let it fucking burn. Because the plants will regrow. Like, fires are a natural occurrence. Yeah, livestock, yeah, forgot about that. It's a little circular there. Huh. 60 miles. Still doing 160 knots across the ground. I wonder if a cow's ever gotten caught in a fire and somebody nearby is like, smells kind of good, guys. You want to swing over by that field after this fire's kind of cooled down and see if we can cut ourselves a ribeye off of it, or it's just too fucking rough and ill-mannered to do that. I wonder if a cow's ever been struck by lightning. I'm sure it's happened. Struck by lightning, and whoever found it was like, hey, microwave dinner. There would have been lots. Dude, I'm just imagining the state of the fucking Land Cruisers and vehicles of the people who live out here and like operate out here full time. Like, I don't be like, man, they probably have like the most optimized vehicles, but they probably know exactly what their fucking truck needs to get through shit. Hey, is this a paved road? Hell yeah. Because my 4Runner, it's pretty well, like, I don't want to say min-maxing, but like my 4Runner's pretty min-maxed. Where it's like, okay, cool, like, old man emu, springs, some Bilstein adjustable shocks, enough of a winch for myself, and if I need to compound it to get somebody else, I can. But it's not super fucking huge. Like, enough tire for me. Like, just enough for what I go, what I need to do. I really don't take it anywhere that I shouldn't, you know? It's gone through everything I've put it through. But I'm also not trying to go up and do any absolutely wild sort of off-road shit with it, because I still drive it more or less daily. It's more or less a daily driver for me, so I don't go too wild with it. But of course, people living out here and driving on these roads, at least like the bush roads out here, where they have farm or whatever, they probably do or need to be capable of a lot more stuff. It'd be neat to see, like, I don't want to say or the way I'm trying to say it is, people who do it every day because they have to have a much different way of doing something than somebody who does it recreationally, or does it for fun, or does it because they're into it. Just like I've got my rifle and my body armor and backpack and survival set up, like, pretty well adjusted for myself, I would like to think. Pretty well optimized. But then you see somebody who's kicking indoors every day and there's a setup similar but still a lot less than what I have, because it's like, okay, cool, like there's only like a 1 in 5,000 chance that we need this sort of thing, and if we do, it's very well planned for, so until that point, there's no point in lugging around all the extra shit. So it's like somebody who's going overlanding on the weekends once every 2 months may have a whole bunch of shit on their 4Runner or Land Cruiser or Tacoma, whatever, that's not necessary. Where they use it because they have it, like traction boards or whatever. And they use it because they have it, they don't use it because they need it. It's like, okay, cool, instead of driving through this and seeing if we get stuck or just knowing how to drive to get through it, it's like, okay, cool, we'll put the boards down and we'll take this precaution and do this, and this. It's a completely different mindset in the way you look at that stuff. So it'd be neat to see some people who live like deep fucking out here, like what their daily setups look like, because it's not going to be like all the latest, greatest, and best things that fucking exist. It'll be like, cool, we found out this particular tire works really good. We figured out this spring and shock setup works really, really good because we put a trailer, we put weight. It's being used as a truck. Cool, good enough for me. Because we'll slowly correct the left as well because of the wind. You're like, who the fuck is driving out here? Well, I'm sure they have a good reason, but it's not fucking normal ass people. I'm sure there's a paved road that goes like east to west here. It's just nothing that we're flying over. .164 ground speed and 44 miles left. Halfway there. Let's start with that. So we'll adjust that again. We'll be kind of going up here. Yeah, I wish the Toyota sold the 70 series Land Cruisers up here. I know they still make it. I know y'all still get it down there. Australia down here, they still get the 70 series. Honestly, it's like the coolest series Land Cruiser that there is, in my opinion. I like the 80 series. 80 series is really, really cool, but the 70 series is very diverse. A lot of different submodels and body styles and stuff. So you'd have truck or wagons or SUVs or two-door truck, four-door truck. A lot of different options. And if they still sold that here in the US, like, sure, like, yeah, maybe there's civilian option, you know, but sell it as like a fleet vehicle? Dude, they would make a fucking killing. But they're shit? What do you mean they're shit? 70 series are great. They may not be the fastest thing out there, but I think just as far as like longevity and reliability, I think they're pretty well rounded that way. Oh, they made it a 4-cylinder hybrid? Ew, fucking gross. So they put the I mean, that's what the Land Cruiser here is now, the 250 series that we have, the Prado. Which I wish Toyota wouldn't do that. But, like, I get it. Enthusiasts aren't the people who buy a majority of the vehicles. So they can't cater to me or to others as enthusiasts. Just like when Chevy came out with a Trailblazer. Why the fuck did you do that and not make it like a cool, or the Blazer, and not make it like a cool rear-wheel drive Chevy Silverado pickup truck sized SUV? 2014 and earlier, yeah, I could see that. But they made the Blazer like a little front-wheel drive fucking mom bullshit SUV. But they sold a lot of them, so they made their money, and they just used a name that was kind of, I don't want to say reserved, But, like, they could have called it something else. Just like when I see, like, the Ford Mustang Mach-E, their electric SUV. It's like, cool, just call it the Mach-E. You don't have to call it the Mustang. You don't have to fucking disgrace the Mustang name with that. The Chevy Blazer, don't disgrace the fucking Mustang or the Blazer name with that fucking thing. The Bronco Sport from Ford, don't fucking disgrace the Bronco name. You have the Bronco, no need to make a Bronco Sport. Just call it something like the Bronquette. Little fucking bitch mobile. The 2015-2023 have DPFs, the diesel particulate filters, yeah. Take those fucking things out, throw them away. But like a Toyota with a Prado. Apparently they sold more Toyota Land Cruisers this 1.5, 2 year period that the new body style's been out here, the 250 series, the Prado, the half size. They sold more of those in this first year and a half, whatever, than they did the 200 series from like 2013 to 2023. So I was like, yeah, obviously you needed it, but don't go and call it the fucking Land Cruiser and try to tell me that this is the follow-up to the 200 series. Because it's not. You're taking a full-size V8 SUV that's literally made to go through anything with V8 power to where you can pull whatever you need to in tow with what's considered like the most reliable thing that pretty much, like, with the exception of like, okay, cool, maybe you can't find this sensor here or there. It's like a pretty self-serviceable vehicle, to giving people a 4-cylinder turbo hybrid SUV that doesn't have the towing capacity, that doesn't have the ruggedness. Or it's still rugged though. It's Land Cruiser. They're not going to take away full Land Cruiser rugged capabilities. But it's like, don't feed me this and tell me that this is the follow-up to the 200 series and to the 100 series and to the 80 series. It's not. Don't feed me that shit. Call it the Prado. It's the most sought after 79. One HD, best engine to get one. Yeah, they don't sell them here. Wish they did. I've seriously debated on grabbing a diesel engine from a Hilux Surf or Hilux or whatever, and putting it in my 4Runner. I think the 1 KD would be the one that would fit in mine easier. Either way, it's like, cool, yeah, they gave us the Prado, the 250 series, because it sells and it gives them the numbers that they want to for the people that wanted to spend more money on a nicer Toyota SUV. Good. I'm glad, you know? But don't tell me it's the fucking Land Cruiser. Don't piss on me and tell me it's rain. Oh yeah, it's a different platform, but here in the US, they're trying to tell us it's the same platform. Well, they're not telling us, they're just not telling the whole truth. Just like me, I know it's a Prado. It's like a half a Land Cruiser, which we've had them here in the States as the Lexus GX series, because Lexus and Toyota, obviously same thing. Just Lexus has like better rubbers and gaskets and seals and parts and stuff on like the wear items. Better sound deadening, whatever. So we like for the 100 series, we had the LX 470 and the Land Cruiser. But Lexus also sold the GX 470, which my father has one, and it's the Prado. That was the 150 series. And then the GX 460 was the Prado 2 something? I don't know, anyway, it's a step up from the fucking 460. Yeah, we do even have the 300 series here, but it's the Lexus LX 600, or the Lexus LX series, whatever. Because now the Land Cruiser that they sell here, which is the Prado, is the Lexus GX 550, where they actually put the twin-turbo V6 hybrid in it instead of the 4-cylinder turbo hybrid. So like, if you're going to get one, get the GX. But also, I'd rather just get a 200 series. You know, save fucking $35,000-$40,000. Get a nice, clean 200 series. And have a V8. Without all the complications of a hybrid system and turbos and coolers and all the other fucking shit that has to go into it. Yeah, Prado, different platform, but still considered like Land Cruiser family-esque little brother Land Cruiser. But yeah, I hate that they did that. It's like if car companies would just consult the enthusiast before they make decisions, they can be like, hey, we're going to do this anyways, but just like double check us to make sure we're not doing something dumb. You know, like that'd be so nice. Like when Toyota came out with the new Supra, the Mark V. Look at all these fucking waters up here. When they came out with the Mark V Supra, if they could have just asked a car person, the car person would have said, hey, this two exhaust port cylinder head is fucking stupid. Because even though you built this car to be like the perfectly balanced, whatever, it's like people are going to modify it. It is the Supra. People are going to modify this car. The 200 the same motor as the 79, but one extra turbo and an extra DPF. Ew. Dude, diesel fucking emission stuff is so dumb. Anyways, blah 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 blah. Supra, yeah. It's just like they could have asked any enthusiast to like, hey, kind of look at what our idea here is and tell us if there's anything that's just like not cool. The 2-port exhaust on the fucking Supra for like the first 2 years was dumb. They changed it to a 6-port exhaust like it should have been. Smart. Offering it only in an automatic for the first few years. Fucking stupid. It's an enthusiast car. Enthusiasts want a manual transmission. Well, then we'd have to do a manual. Guess what? You're sourcing it from fucking BMW anyways. Guess who continues to make manual transmissions for every fucking BMW model, especially overseas? BMW. They have this figured out. Just like you took the BMW engine, you took it and changed 80% of it or whatever. Guess what? Their transmissions are their fucking ZF transmissions. They're solid. You know? Oh yeah, they're good motors with a DPF. They're not going to make something complete shit, and if they do, they're going to offer a solution for it to fix it, just like the twin-turbo V6 I-Force Maxes or whatever that they have now in the Tundras and shit. There was a weird machining thing that left a lip on it. Like, Zach, this is his channel, had his bearing fucking spin because of it. So, like, obviously they're doing the recall on that. So they'll make good, but they're not going to put out something fucking complete, unreliable garbage shit. It's just, DPF suck. It's just fucking governments. We gotta have better emission this, better emission that. Fuck you. Keep time for I don't even want to call this a water crossing, because it's not really a water crossing. It's just a fucking... everything's just probably mushy while you drive over it. Okay, Windora traffic. This is helicopter 420 Foxtrot Whiskey, call sign Fuckwagon. We're at 1,000 feet, 10 miles, 13 miles to the southeast, inbound for the ramp. Windora traffic. So we're below 1,000. Whatever, they can get over it. But yeah, give us a 6-port exhaust, give it a manual transmission, and give it an extra 50 horsepower. Okay, it's not going to be as balanced. Make it balanced. Do your suspension changes. The Corvette came factory in the C7 model with like 650 horsepower from the ZR1, or like 721 horsepower, I think, from the ZR1. Like, you can put the power in there and be rear-wheel drive with front engine and make it work. I understand that you're very well balanced and everything, but you're selling the Supra to compete with something like that came out at the same time as the C8 Corvette, which is 400 and something, 500 something horsepower mid-engine for the same fucking price. It's like there's no reason to buy the Supra if you're just looking for like dollar for performance. Like, you're only catering to Toyota enthusiasts then. If somebody's just looking for power, they're going to get that. But then on top of that, cool, you're competing against the Corvette. You're subpar in every single way. And you're only selling a Toyota enthusiast, but then you're not giving them a fucking 6-port exhaust to where they can actually make like good efficient power without doing some weird crazy head porting shit. Or giving them a manual transmission. It's a dumb fucking move. This is all sandy dust when it's dry season. Oh yeah, I bet. All that silt and stuff fucking washing down from wherever just becomes fucking fine mesh powder. I'm sure this is impossible to cross to during the wet season. Where you have to use like a paved road bridge or something somewhere. Like I see, where's my mouse? I see this up here. Oh, there is a bridge there, but I assume this floods out pretty often. Where are we looking here in Windora? Okay, cool, on the southwest corner. Sick. Yeah, they need to... Car companies, they can make whatever decisions they want to. Just consult enthusiasts beforehand, so that way an enthusiast can be like, hey dude, like, you can change this one thing and, you know, make a lot of money. And it would work. I don't think they would have sold any less of the new Land Cruiser if they had not pretended like it was the full Land Cruiser. Because the people who are going to buy it, because it's a cool, easy, mid-size SUV that's more luxurious, whatever, they're going to buy it anyways, no matter what the fucking name is. But when you mess with the enthusiasts, you piss them off, and it's annoying. I literally have a Toyota tattoo. Like, ask me. I will tell you if it's a good idea or not. It almost looks like a fucking golf course. Windora traffic. This helicopter fuck wagon. We are 5 miles to the southeast, 800 feet inbound for the ramp. Windora traffic. We'll start slowing down now, just that way this thing doesn't have any fucking excuse for giving us an overspeed. The world's laziest FADEX system. And we're gonna have to turn around and land back in this direction here. Let's see where we're going up here. We're going right there. Windora traffic. This is helicopter fuck wagon. 750 feet. 2 miles to the southeast, inbound for the ramp. We're going to cross midfield and turn around and land into the wind. Windora traffic. Yeah, there are a few little houses and stuff out here. Downtown Windora, but there's a lot of fun stuff to do. like a drink. Meth, maybe. Close that. We don't need it anymore. Crossing midfield, still slowing down. Need to slow down more. This wind's just pushing us, though. It wants us to go. And we can almost come in between these buildings. Hey, look, our shadow is just not a flying dildo now. Beautiful. Actually, we'll stay to the left side of the FBO here. .20 headwind coming in. Clear that building now on the right. Inching our way in. Get out of here, truck. Do you literally not see a helicopter right here? Yeah, I'm right here. You're doing a good lead job. Good job. Yeah, I want to make eye contact with you because you're fucking stupid. Who are y'all hiring out here, Tom? What is this? Look at me, I'm stupid. Had to land at a complete fucking crosswind because of you. Okay, throttling down to idle. Sand filter on. Tom said it can get sandy. Oh, forget the sand filter. It's not my helicopter. I'm yanking the collective up, trying to slow the rotor speed some. Why are you idling at 250? I've literally turned you off. Off. Fuel pump off. Fuel off. What more do you want from me? Cool. Battery's going off too. The helicopter's been shut down as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, we can turn it off. Fire test. Don't I have a fire button? Yeah, why are you at 252? Literally everything's off, you fucking loser. I guess shutdown doesn't work. Oh well. Okay, everybody, thank you for tuning in to this episode 40 of Matt Flies a... Oh, God, I hate that. Of Matt Flies a Helicopter Around the World. Just another day, I guess. Yeah, we're now in Windora, something like that. And flight, which means next time, it says departure, we'll probably be jumping somewhere out here, I think, which leaves hitting the nipple, which is this thing right here, Uluru. Yeah, tomorrow we'll get close, but we won't do the nipple until you're here. But we'll get in striking range. And yeah, I want to get out of here. I got an early morning tomorrow. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Good triple leg.